everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 managers of all time in the Premier League. There's a few surprises on here, a few obvious choices of course, so if you like it, leave a like. I hope you enjoy. Let's go. Okay, starting off at number 10 we have Sam Allardyce, the former Everton, Sunderland, West Ham, Blackburn, Newcastle and Bolton manager. Is possibly a bit of a surprise to be in the list of top 10 managers since he's never won the Premier League, and if I'm correct, I don't think he's ever won a cup either. But if you look at that list of teams that he's been with, especially Bolton, West Ham and Blackburn, he was Mr. Consistent. His style of football was never that necessarily interesting or exciting to watch, which is why he only lasted, half a season at Everton. But he kept you up, and occasionally you might even fight for top 6 in the top half of the table, and longevity as well. For that reason, he's got to be in the top 10, in at number 10. Also, don't forget, he's the best England manager of all times. He's got a 100% win rate. So, in at number 9, we move from Sam Allardyce to one of the most decorated managers of all time in Europe. Carlo Ancelotti has won 20 trophies during his career. He's one of only 3 managers to win the Champions League 3 times. But he's not here for his European success. He's here for his success with Chelsea in his short spell, where he won the double of the Premier League and the FA Cup, and now he's at Everton. And he's probably too good for Everton, but he might take Everton to that next level, which is what they've needed now for pretty much 20 years. Because the last time they finished in the top 4 was 15 years ago. That was under David Moyes. So Carlo Ancelotti here at number 9. If he does well with Everton, he might move on up. If he does really poorly, he might even drop out. In at number 8 we have Sir Kenny Dalglish, and the Liverpool legend is a former one-time Premier League winner with Blackburn in 1994-1995 season. However, if this list was based on top 10 managers in the English League, then he'd probably be higher, because he's won the top flight 4 times, he's won the FA Cup twice and the League Cup once. So a very impressive resume for a very impressive player who actually turned out to be a pretty good manager as well. He's mostly remembered for his spell with Blackburn, where he won the Premier League. He's also had a spell with Newcastle and 2 spells with Liverpool, the most recent of which was in 2011, where he won the League Cup before retiring and giving up the job. In at number 7 we have Rafael Benitez, and once again we've got another amazing manager that has never won the Premier League, even though he's been with Chelsea, Liverpool and Newcastle. Yeah. The former Real Madrid manager, the former Valencia manager and Inter Milan manager has proven across all his spells he's a fantastic winner, winning 13 trophies. However, in the Premier League he's limited to just a couple of FA Cups. However, he has won the Champions League once with Liverpool, and won the Europa League once with Chelsea. However, his more recent spell was actually at Newcastle, coming directly after being manager of Real Madrid. It was a massive shock at the time, and it was an even bigger shock when he went to the Championship, stayed, got them promoted, then stuck around for a couple of years before eventually leaving, because the chairman at Newcastle obviously refuses to spend any money. In at number 6 we have Antonio Conte, and this might seem a little bit cheeky to put him so high because he was only in the Premier League for 2 seasons. But the former Chelsea manager and the current Inter Milan manager completely changed Chelsea when he joined in 2016. He took them from a previous season where they were mid-table and just absolutely shocking, and he changed the formation to 3-5-2, which is still played quite a lot now in the Premier League by teams like Chelsea and Arsenal, where before that no one really did it. Occasionally it was quite unique. He also came in the same season that Pep Guardiola came in for Man City, so for Chelsea to win the league in that first season very comfortably and play very nice exciting football, it was a great shame when he actually left the following season. He's now Inter Milan manager, where he lost in the Europa League final. But time will tell whether or not he proves himself as one of the best managers in Europe, because I personally think he is. In number 5 we've got Jurgen Klopp, and obviously he's going to be near, top 5. He's just won the Premier League with Liverpool after a near 30-year spell without it. So, it's a sad day for football. We can't make jokes anymore that Blackburn have won the Premier League and Leicester have won the Premier League, but Liverpool haven't. So that's a shame. But even before the season before, they lost one game all season and still finished second. Nearly getting 100 points. And last season we got 99 points. It's practically unheard of for 2 seasons in a row to get such a high point tally. Unless, you're Man City with Guardiola, who did the exact same thing for 2 years before. But without that, he'll come on later on the list. Or will he? You don't know. Klopp has also won the Champions League with Liverpool, breaking near a 13 or 12-year spell, and more importantly, breaking Spanish dominance over the Champions League for the past 6 years. So easily, Klopp is already 5th best manager of all time in the Premier League, and if he carries on the rate he's going in the next couple of years, he might even be higher. Next up, at number 4, we have, obviously, Pep Guardiola. And the only reason he's not higher is purely longevity. He's only been in Premier League for 4 seasons, whereas the managers above him have been there well over 10. But we'll come to them later. This man has won 30 trophies in his managerial career. He's a complete and utter record breaker. He has got the most points in Premier League history, scored the most goals in Premier League history, as a manager, not as a player, obviously. He failed to win the Premier League last season, and the only thing he's missing from his spell with Man City is the Champions League. He's won the FA Cup, the League Cup, the Community Shield. Not that that's really a real trophy, though. Without a doubt, Pep Guardiola, if he carries on the spell, is same as Klopp, if he stays in the Premier League and continues to win trophies and win FA Cups and League Cups, then he'll be even higher. But at the minute, being there for only 4 years, you can't put him above your managers that are coming up next. But even with that, Guardiola is just my personal favourite manager in the world right now. At number 3, we have Arsene Wenger, and the man who holds the record for most Premier League matches managed. He was with Arsenal for 22 years, from 1996 to 2018. In that time, he won 3 Premier Leagues, 7 FA Cups. I mean, he never won in Europe, but quite a few of these managers haven't won in Europe. The reason he's third and not second is because he only won 3 Premier Leagues. However, he revolutionised English football in the late 90s. He changed the way English clubs train and English players train. He introduced so many new methods of football as well. Not just your style of play, but, the way physios and medicals after the game. He changed English football, plain and simple. Also, you can't not account for the fact that he was the first and only Premier League manager to have a team that were invincible. They were unbeaten throughout the entire league campaign in 2003 and 2004. Arsene Wenger has to be number 3 on this list, and some people feel it's pretty hard done by not to be number 2. But at the end of the day, he did only win 3 Premier Leagues, and the man who's next has won more than that in less time. At number 2, we have Jose Mourinho, and anyone that's watched the Amazon Prime documentary will know that this man does not stop swearing. But even when he's not swearing at players and saying the F word and the C word whenever he wants, he is a serial winner. He has won 3 Premier Leagues, and he's won a number of FA Cups, League Cups. He's won the Champions League with Inter Milan. I know I said a minute ago that he'd won more Premier Leagues than Arsene Wenger, but that was a mistake, so ignore that. That never happened. I can't be bothered to re-record it, so just get over it. He was manager of Chelsea twice, where he won the Premier League all 3 times. He went on to Man United, where, a relative disappointment for most people, but if you look at Man U before and after he joined, the fact that he won the Europa League and the League Cup is pretty impressive with the team he has. He did have Fellaini up front. You can't be too harsh on him. He's now a Tottenham manager and he's about to settle in for his first full season in charge, and at the end of the day, he has never not won a trophy at any club he's at. So the chances of Tottenham not winning something are pretty slim. For that reason, he's number 2. Oh, actually, no, I've not even finished. He also revolutionised English football. He changed the way people play football. I mean, in later years, he's been Mr. Part of the Bus. But when he joined, he was exciting and new, and, he's the special one. Okay, finally, at number 1, who else is it going to be? It's obviously Dean Smith. Wait, no, sorry, that was wrong, my bad. It's Sir Alex Ferguson. I mean, he's won over 30 trophies with just Man United. So when you look back and hear Guardiola's won 30 trophies, that's unbelievable. But Ferguson has done it with just one team. He's won 13 Premier League titles. He's won the Champions League. He's won a number of FA Cups and League Cups. And he's the most successful Premier League manager of all time with 528 wins. Another man who is synonymous with Manchester United and synonymous with football itself. He's probably the greatest manager of all time. The class of '92 with Beckham, Giggs, Neville and Scholes, well, and the other Neville, I suppose, was one of the greatest set of players in Premier League history. The fact that Ferguson retired and left Man United in 2012 and then also won the league in the same season is just, again, a precedent of how good he was. Especially considering that Man U team was a bit average. It had Johnny Evans and Tom Cleverley and, Rafael. So the fact that he could win the title with that team is just an indicator of why he is the best Premier League manager of all time and quite possibly the greatest manager of all time. Alright then everybody, that's the end of the video. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. I'm going to say it again, you know what to do. You've seen enough YouTube videos to know that you leave a like and subscribe, etc, etc, etc. This video is going to be a day late, apologies. I was supposed to be it Sunday, but I've got a bit of a blocked up nose. You could probably hear that, so it doesn't sound that good. But again, thanks for watching. See you next time.